Looking over my professional dispositions assessment, I found, there was something I feel like I scored pretty well in most of the things. I found that most things were kind of all over the spectrum from occasionally to always, except for, my collaboration, I feel like is probably one of my biggest strengths, due to the fact that I've always been a very people-oriented person, and I've always, done a lot of group work, and I've always been in organizations and stuff all through my high school career. I was in student government, and, you can't choose who you're in organizations and such with. You just end up with people, and those are the people that you've got to work through things, especially something like student government. You have to handle things professionally, and you can't just, you know, finish this assignment and then you don't have to work with these people anymore. Those are the people that you're in the organization with, and you get to learn how to work with a variety of different people that you might, clash heads with, people that you might not necessarily like, but still can't you still have to get everything done, and you have to get everything done in a professional manner, especially with something like student government where other people are looking at you. It's not just your teachers evaluating you. It's something you take to the entire school, the principal, sometimes even the school board if they're involved. So I feel like collaboration is probably one of my strongest areas. My weakest area I felt was my emotional maturity. Not saying that I'm emotionally immature, but more along the lines that I feel like emotional maturity is something that you really have to be aware of, and I feel like it comes along with age and experience. But looking at this, it kind of made me more aware of things that I wasn't aware of previously. Things like, your nonverbal expressions and the way, like facial expressions or something, you may not realize what kind of look is on your face when somebody's telling you something. So I feel like, that's something I really need to work on, like how I respond to different situations, not only, as a person, but in a more professional tone, in handling things in a more professional manner and trying to keep all aspects of that composed. Other than that, I feel like for the most part, I scored pretty well. But there are definitely some things I need to work on, but the emotional maturity probably being at the top of that list.